You watch across the league every week, damn near all these games are going down in the end. But the bottom line is this: we did enough to win the game.
Bootlegging right, dumps it off Kraft to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone, touchdown!
There's a lot of stuff out there where we can get better at, and I hope we know that. That's going to continue to keep us hungry.
You know what it is, say cheese, go Pack, baby!
Let's attack this next week with the same mindset. Let's go. Pack on 3, 1, 2, 3. Pack.
Hey everyone, welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, presented by Software One. Larry McCarren along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And Matt, this week back on the road at Arizona. More on that later, but first let's talk about the win over the Bengals. And offensively, you ran it well, you threw it well. I'd imagine you were pleased with the offensive performance.
Pleased is correct. Do I think we're perfect? I think we're far from perfect. So there's always stuff to work on, and unless we're scoring on every drive and ending with the touchdown, we're always going to be coaching up something.
After the game, you seemed especially pleased with the play of Jordan Love. Now, he plays pretty good week in and week out. What caught your eye in this one?
I think his ability to move the sticks with his legs in some critical situations where we had a roll pass on a 3rd and 1 and it was gloved, there was nobody open, and he was able to maneuver his way through and get a first down. Obviously the first 3rd down of the game, I thought just with what they presented, we liked our call, and they kind of played something a little bit different, and he was able to use his legs to pick up a critical first down.
Now, there was a lot of talk in your Monday press conference post-game about Jordan's running and should he be more careful and so forth. Don't you kind of got to let the guy play, just play the game? Or how do you approach that?
Yeah, you don't ever want to overcoach him in those situations. Obviously, you want him to be smart and not take unnecessary hits, but there's some times where you just got to put your head down and go, and I think he did a great job of balancing that. And just like the last 3rd down conversion of the game, you know, he was able to get out of the pocket. He took a hit and delivered a big-time throw down the field to Matthew Golden. So every situation's a little bit different.
Did the Bengal defense throw you any curveballs where you had to adjust on the fly, on the run?
I would say that we were expecting more of a variety of fronts from them. They kind of played their base front for the majority of the game, and I thought they were trying to really keep a lid on their coverage and force us to move the ball down the field with either checkdowns or a run game.
Matthew Golden, 3 catches at almost 29 yards per catch. Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but Christian Watson looks like he's getting close. The thought of those 2 guys on the field together and that much speed on the field at the same time, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime you got guys that can run, that definitely is exciting. It allows you to do a lot of different things from an offensive perspective.
Matt, should we feel, as a public service, should we feel good or not so good about the defense? Now, you pitched a shutout in the first half, and they couldn't really run the ball against you. But at the same time, there was those long drives in the second half, 17 plays, 10 plays, 9 plays. How'd you look at the defensive side of things?
A tale of 2 halves. The first half was really strong, a couple 3 and outs, and then the second half, you know, we had some situations where we were in position to get them off the grass, and they made some great plays.
Another game, no takeaways. How are you looking at that? Is the law of averages going to eventually catch up and we'll get a half dozen a game?
I sure hope so. It's hard. I mean, it is hard to drive the ball the length of the field. At some point, I got a lot of confidence in our defense. They've done a lot of great things, but at some point, the ball's going to bounce our way.
Would you look at it as a good game, special teams-wise? And I'm not just talking about Lucas Havrisek. I'm talking about overall. In particular, I'm thinking of the kickoff return. Seemed to set you up consistently with good field position. How'd you look at special teams?
Yeah, I thought they did their job and did exactly what we needed them to do. You know, you mentioned Savion Williams, Bo Melton also had a big return. So field position is always critical in every game.
Thank you, Matt. You can banks on it, as in Aaron Banks. He's next on Total Packers.
Yeah, I was feeling great. Honestly, I was really excited to get a chance to go out there, you know, and be healthy and show, you know, the type of player that I am and the type of player I can be.
Blasting in the end zone for a touchdown!
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. Nicolay Law, the law firm winning for Wisconsin. Amplify Health by Bellin and by Johnsonville.
Okay. Check out, wait.
Total Packers with Matt LaFleur.
Of Matt LaFleur. With.
Hold this up too.
Okay.
My name is
Okay. My name is Tucker Kraft.
I'm Josh Jacobs.
Hey, it's Elton Jenkins here.
I am tapping in with Total Packers Television with
Matt LaFleur. And you're watching Total Packers with Matt LaFleur.
So.
Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub. Lots of matzo pizza.
Jacobs here, crawling in, touchdown! Got the middle, blasting in the end zone for a touchdown! Galloping inside, touchdown!
You feel like a pretty good late afternoon for the O-line.
You know, before we went out, I heard somebody, I don't remember who said it, but I heard somebody say, we're going to rush for 200 tonight. And I was like, yeah, we're going to rush for 200 tonight. Like, we're going to do it. And we came up short of that, but I think we had a pretty good night on the ground for sure.
And the Packers offense starting to roll.
Aaron, unfortunately, you've been battling injuries most of the season, but against the Bengals, the way you were moving around, the way you were coming off the ball, put some folks on the ground. It looked like you were feeling good. Were you?
Yeah, I was feeling great. Honestly, I was really excited to get a chance to go out there, you know, and be healthy and show, you know, the type of player that I am and the type of player I can be.
Hey, let's do it. Big dogs on me. Big dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
The O-line, it's a team within a team. Have you found that here as well?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's universal for O-linemen, like you said. Like, everywhere you go, like, the O-line is a unique kind of, like, microorganism within the team. You know, it's really important for the O-line to be that way, to be tight, to have, you know, a good camaraderie in that room, because I feel like that helps, not even just the offense, but the team.
How valuable is consistency in that regard?
No, I think that's everything. Harry Heastan used to say everybody has to be together. You can't be five fingers, you got to be a fish. You got to trust the guy next to you. If you can't trust the guy next to you, it's really hard as an offensive lineman to do your job. It's a unit. You have to be together.
To the end zone, and Kraft has it!
Now, Aaron, you've started 6 playoff games in your career. You've been to the Super Bowl. I was wondering, how important is it just to get hot at the end?
You know, I feel like it's just the guys, like the determination of the guys. You know, we have to win this game and everything's on the line. Like, are the guys willing and ready to do whatever it takes to get there? And when you get, you know, a group of guys who are all on that track and all have that mindset of whatever it takes, no matter what, I mean, I feel like that helps you catch that hot streak. And, you know, sometimes things don't fall your way and sometimes they do, but, like, as long as you know that you did everything you could and you put it all on the line, like, that's all you can ask for.
Hey, why the they got the camera out there like that? What happened?
I didn't know he was like that by you.
I'm glad you said so. I sure forgot. Come on. Come on, rock out. Rock out. I feel like a 250 day today. TJ, what y'all in? What y'all, base and nickel? Celebrate the end zone, let's do it.
Jacobs in motion behind Love. And the handoff, Jacobs up the middle, throwing his way to the end zone. He's in for the touchdown.
That's the way to do it.
Love steps under center, fakes the handoff, bootlegs to the right. Love stops, now looks, steps up, scrambles left, and got a first down.
Get off, Boogie. Get off, Boogie.
2nd down and 7 from the 14. Handoff, Jacobs up the middle, blasting to the end zone for a touchdown.
Let's go! Hey. That's all, bro. Hey. That's all.
Welcome back. This week's Chalk Talk is brought to you by Network Health. Somebody once said football is an imperfect game, and somebody was right. Very rarely do things go just the way you drew them up, but it does happen. Second quarter, 3rd and 10, Jordan Love back to pass. Of course, that starts with protection, and he has got a terrific pocket. In particular, Rasheed Walker, who's working against Trey Hendrickson. Now let's flip the angle. Matthew Golden drawing man coverage from Cam Taylor Britt. And Matthew comes off the line of scrimmage, little shake, and now it's a foot race. Matthew can run. 4.29 coming out, fastest wide receiver in the draft. But Taylor Britt, he can run too. He's going step for step. Now let's go back to quarterback Jordan Love. Think about it. He's got to deal with the wind, and he's got a defense on one side, a sideline on the other, and the margin for error on this throw is basically 0. And yet, 42 air yards down the field, that ball and Matthew Golden arrive in the same spot at the same time. Matthew, he's got to contend with a defender in his grill, and he's got to be aware of the sideline, and yet he has the focus and concentration to make the catch. That's 35 yards. The Packers have flipped the field, and they were in the end zone 3 plays later. If you prefer a more blue-collar approach, here it is, a play they call duo. They call it duo because of the double teams. Aaron Banks and Elton Jenkins, Jordan Morgan, and Zach Tom. The Packers also getting nice seal blocks on the edges. Rasheed Walker, Tucker Kraft. Now, to make duo special, you not only secure the line of scrimmage with a double team, you also get off to the second level. Just what Elton Jenkins and then Jordan Morgan are doing. And look at that hole. This is pro football. That is right up the gut, and look at that hole. Not supposed to happen. And we're not through. We got wide receivers blocking. Golden, Romeo Dobbs, Malik Heath, and Josh Jacobs drags what's left into the end zone for the touchdown. And that is just the way they drew it up. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Network Health, your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, Software One, and by Fox Communities Credit Union.
She was definitely the strongest woman in the world to me growing up. And my mom was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. It was a tough diagnosis for her. It was, tough on everybody, on the whole family, supporting her. I knew that my mom was built to make it through something like this. Nothing really seemed to faze her. I knew that something like this wasn't gonna stop her. And my mother-in-law battled breast cancer. I mean, she's really just the same way as my mom. She would do anything and everything for her kids, and I know that was probably one of her, main things to keep her going, was just to be able to be there for her family, and obviously all of us supporting her along the way. Both still with me today, thankfully. Just a testament to how strong they both are. You gotta find some light. It means a lot to have people there supporting you and laughing, joking with you. Be able to visit people, especially in this community, in my mind, it means just as much to me as it does for them. Just having a little bit of an understanding of what they're going through. I know how tough it is. I mean, it means a lot just to be able to, bring even just one smile, one little laugh. It means the world to me to be able to go there and show some support. We got to keep on fighting. There's a lot of love out there for everybody in this world. And to those who are supporting somebody who's going through that, just be there for them. Give them a reason to keep on fighting. This is Christian Watson with Packers vs. Cancer. Help us and join the fight.
The Packers and Amplify Health by Bellin are featuring an exclusive hat for Packers vs. Cancer. Join the fight today and help the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. Visit PackersProShop.com. Time for game changers and difference makers. And Matt, the first guy I want to talk about is Josh Jacobs. He's not just a runner anymore. His receiving is also game changing and difference making. Against the Bengals, 150 total yards, 2 touchdowns, great performance, and he was sick.
I know, I didn't even know until after the game. So that's a credit to him and just his mentality and what he brings to our football team. He's a hell of a player and a great leader.
Next up, Matthew Golden. Catches of 20, 35, and 31 yards, and the 35-yarder down the sideline. That was rather spectacular, and he seems to be growing into a player that's just a big play waiting to happen.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think his game is going to continue to get better and better and better, and I think the longer the season progresses, the more opportunities are going to come his way.
And finally, there's Lucas Havlicek, 5 for 5 on placements, 2 field goals, and the 39-yarder with 1:56 to play pretty much iced the game. Young man certainly rose to the occasion.
He sure did. For a guy that we hardly knew, and it was pretty cool to see him come in and get his opportunity and maximize that.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away. The Last Word with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Nicolay Law, the law firm winning for Wisconsin. Time for the last word from the coach and Matt this week on the road against the Cardinals, and they are 2-4, but they're coming off a game where on the road at Indianapolis, they gave the Colts all they wanted, and the Colts are 5-1. And the Cardinals did it with a backup quarterback, on any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's life in this league. Certainly, you got to play your best each and every week. For us, it's going to be a great challenge because we have yet to get a road win. We're really 0-2 in those situations in regards. I know we tied Dallas, but the way I look at it is we're 0-2 on the road, and we got to just find a way to play a complete complementary game.
Thank you, Matt. Best of luck against the Cardinals, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.